day we want to do music or something like that. For someone that works a regular 9 to 5 and might not have those talents or might have not acquired those skills yet, like it's hard for them to understand and comprehend that, because a lot of the times as a creative coming up, you get told, oh, you should only like master like one thing and stuff like that. But as time is developing, like the person that does acting also has to do some modeling on the side. And then you'll see a lot of actors also turn into producers or directors and, you know, creating their own stuff. So
that's from necessity though. Like, you know, just needing stuff. Like, you know, I hope everyone in the room knows this person, but like David Banner. David Banner was a rapper first and couldn't find producers to make the sound he wanted. So what did he do? I don't find what I want. Let me learn the craft so I can now make it. So now for him, he got 2 ways to get a buck. And so sometimes these things come from necessity and kind of holding on to that vision you have. And on the other side, you know, the system and society's kind of set up for everybody to run around popping your balloon, right? You could be like, oh, I want to do this thing. So I'm telling, you know, an adult in my life, and they're just like, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. You know why? Because they didn't do it. So they little hurt inner child is now, you know, popping everyone else's balloon, stealing my ice cream, throwing it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not solid on the inside, it's hard to, you know, pursue what you want on the outside. So you got to get your insides right. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's important for people to shine light on other people, because you figure how many times by the time you're 29, 30, you done heard no. Or you can't do that.
For me, I have so much respect for people who are like gap fillers, people who are a solution and not following the trend. Because anything that somebody told me I couldn't do, I find a way to create it.
Let's go.
Like for me, I wasn't booking the roles I wanted. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write the roles. And then for me, I like Caribbean content, and you don't see a lot of those auditions going around. So whenever I create a project or write or produce a project, best to believe you're gonna see my culture sprinkled in that.
Word.
So for me, that was very important for me. So like, if you feel like, you know, you can't find opportunities, create it. You don't have the resources, collaborate and lock arms with people and talk up. Do you know somebody that does this? Oh, word. And just
outwardly asking the questions instead of just writing down or just thinking about it. Like, you got to seek out your blessings. Sometimes they're not always going to find you. If you don't put them out into the world and give them air to breathe.
Find the light yourself. I got a question for you though.
Hey, let's go.
Are the no's what motivated you?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, like, what helps you keep going when things get rough? Because I know
I'm
you
mad. I'm big mad.
You're one.
I'm mad.
A lot of people get
but
motivated
I ain't
from
stressing.
When I'm told no, for me it's like, okay,
Take it
you
personal.
mean not yet.
Jordan mode.
You know, because
Jordan Jacinth. And I took that personally. What I do, make my own film.
Like, no, I don't. What do you mean no? What do you like? Wait, something ain't right. What you mean? You telling me no? Like no, or not yet?
That's fuel.
I'll be back.
Word.
Dig it.
You know, so I take it personal. It's a challenge for me. Like, oh, okay, and especially when you're an entrepreneur, and you're a visionary. The biggest challenge for us is funding.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
when we don't have that support and when we don't have that backing, it's hard. But it takes, you know, when people come together in communities and say, yo, I'm a share this. I may not have what you need or the resources, but I'm gonna pass this on to someone who can help you. I'm gonna pass this on to someone who might be able to help or sponsor or whatever. Like, but it's, you know, it's difficult being an entrepreneur, especially in the creative field. So
and it's intimidating too, because even with the funding thing, I can speak to people I've met just randomly in the community that I know they're doing something. We'll talk, and but I'm looking for this and that. Oh, matter of fact, I got a solution. Send it to them right there, right? And there's so many like different funding avenues that exist. But then in cases they look at the application and they're intimidated just by that. It could be worth $100, $5,000, $500,000. And I'm like, nah, you got a chance. No one's even applying for it. And they just see the thing. So it comes back to also not being prepared with the lingo and the understanding of what's out there. So it's like us, and I love that you're speaking specifically to like Caribbean culture, right? If we're not creating these things that are culturally relevant, it's hard for people to get through those hurdles because these things weren't designed for our culture. So like things like you're doing, we're doing, everyone in this room is doing, it's pave a way, get paid, and then get other people paid.
That's it.
Because we got to fund ourselves. We don't need them. The industry, look at these cameras we got in here.
Right.
Look where we would have produced. Our biggest listener base is literally in Italy.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow.
So right now with technology, we can touch the whole world. We don't need
Anywhere.
nobody.
Yep.
Anywhere.
And we
I like
vertically
that.
integrated.
I like that. I like
Amen
that.
to that.
Amen.
But in speaking to, some of these facts, I'm curious about some, like, being a black woman in this industry and navigating that. Has there been any like hurdles that you face specifically as being, a black woman in this industry and in different spaces you're in?
Absolutely. Even some of the greats that come before me, like even Taraji broke down on camera the other day.
Yep.
Just talking about, being in these big motion picture film, and she's getting a small percentage of what her other castmates are getting, and she's the lead.
Wow.